Srilakshmi and my topic is human activity recognition. Human activity recognition is an important area of computer vision research and applications. The goal of the activity recognition is an automated analysis of ongoing event and their context for the video data. Most of these applications requires high-level activities often composed of multiple sample actions of a person. Level of human activities. There are several levels. Few are given below. Action: single actor moment. Example: walking, jogging, running, etc. Interactions like human to human interaction or human to object interactions. Example: punching, lifting bags, etc. Group activities, activities of a group, group dances, group discussions, group theft, etc. Applications. Nowadays, for CCTV camera, this human activity recognition is very much useful because in cameras we can know the real-time activities like fighting, theft, etc. So it is so useful for us to recognize the mall activities that is happening inside the bank, airport, military offices, place and stores, supermarkets, etc. So this recordings has been kept in every shops so that in future if there's some theft happens, they can check the videos and they can see the action that has happened. These are the data which I have used here: walking, jogging, running, boxing, hand waving and hand clapping. Now we are moving into the human activity recognition. In this, first we are importing OS. OS is Python product functions for interacting with the operating system. OS comes in the Python, stands for the utility modules. For loading files and splitting the testing and training data sets, we are using sklearn library. Now we are loading the data. Now we are loading the data as a variable called raw data. Then randomly we are splitting the training and the testing data set as 67% and 33% respectively. Now we are taking 25% of training data for the validation. Remaining data will be used for training the models. Now we are displaying the general details about the data. Then we are categorically labeling the activities. There are 6 active. Here we have used 6 activities. They are boxing, hand clapping, hand waving, jogging, running, walking. They are converted into. They are categorically labeled as 0 to 5. Then we are displaying the first 5 videos in the training data along with their labels. Now we are loading the sample of the training data as it is using NumPy, Matplotlib utils from video. Then we are showing the output of the frame. Output frame of a video. The shape of this This indicates there is one video. The video has 515 frames. Each frame is 120 into 160 pixel is the dimension. There are three channels for each frame, red, green and blue. Now we are moving into pre-processing the data. For that, we are mainly using keras.utils library. From that, we are importing the videos. To load the data in the required format. After that, we are reading the training video and one hot encoding the training labels. Then we are reading the validation videos and one hot encoding the validation labels, and then we are reading the testing video and one hot encoding the testing labels. Using IMSO in Matplotlib, we have shown the first frame of the first processed video from the training data. This indicates that there are 300 videos. The video has exactly 200 frames. The dimension of each frame is 128 into 128 pixel. There is one and only channel for each frame. That is, all video are grayscale. Now we are moving into model constructions. Model 1. Here we have to import the convolutional model because our data set is an image data set and video data set. For that, the best is convolutional model. To creating a model, we are importing sequentials, conventional 3D, max pooling 3D, global average pooling 3D, and output layers as a dense layers. Then now we are adding model as 16 filters and kernel size as 1033. Then we are using styles 511. We are using the activation as ReLU. Now we are adding the max pooling 3D. Pool size is equal to 2. Now we have shown the summary of the model at last. Now we are compiling the model using keras.callbacks. For compiling, the loss is used as the categorical cross-term entropy and optimizers as Adam and metrics as accuracy. For saving the model, we have used the model checkpoint. The variable is called as model checkpoint. Then we have fitted the model for approaches 40. These are the outputs of the approaches. Now we are evaluating the model 1 and we get the accuracy of the test data as 37%. performance of the model 1 is accuracy of 37% on the test data. Then we have plotted our model loss and validation loss. Here the loss and as we can observe the graph here. As we can observe from the learning curve, during the first 15 approaches, the training and the validation loss both decreases slightly, but after that the model starts to overfit a little. There overfits means that although the model performs better on the training data, but it performs on the validation data got degraded. This this usually happens when our model is too complex for the data, and it starts for memorizing the training data. We can see that during the last 5 approaches, there are a huge difference between the training and the validation data. So that we are moving into the next model. Here we have used the dropout layer for preventing from overfitting. This dropout is applied to the fully connected layers. Usually, dropout is used only while model training, not during the testing. In this model, at the dense layer, we have added a dropout layer. Shown the summary of the model. Now we have shown the summary of the model. Then training model is also used by giving the library keras.callbacks. That is used to save the model. We have trained the model and fit for 40 approaches, and batch size says 16. And we have evaluated the model 2, and we have got the accuracy as 58.50%. So we are just adding a dropout layer, and the accuracy of the model has almost increased to 22%. This shows that the dropout prevent our model from overfitting. We can see this further in the learning curve of the model. Here we have shown we have plotted the learning loss and the validation loss of the model 2. There is a gradual decrease in both the training and validation loss. Also, the difference between the training and the validation loss is not very large. Suggestions that our model is more longer overfitting the training data. For further processing, we are loading the data in the required format. Now we have shown the training data and the training labels, validation data and validation labels, and we are reading the validation video and one part encoding the validation labels, reading the testing video and one part encoding the testing labels. For this shape, we are creating the new model. One more layer that has been added for batch normalization. Here we have shown the summary of the model. Then we have fitted the model for 40 approaches and 16 batch size. Now we are evaluating the model and we get the accuracy as 64.50%. This time the model gave the higher accuracy than the previous model, despite using 5 times lesser data for training. Then we have plotted the curves of the loss and the validation loss. From the learning curve, it is evident that the model did not overfit the data, and if it could have been trained more, the model could have performed better. The model gave an accuracy of 64.5% on the test data, which is higher among the 3 models. Here we have noted that model 3 has benchmark model which gives us the highest accuracy rate. Now we are going to create a benchmark model because the benchmark model is our third model, which gives the now we are importing NumPy for reading the data in the same format that was used before. An object of class video to load the data in required format. Now we are loading the model which performed the best on the validation set. Testing the model on the test set. The accuracy that we get for test data is 68.98%. Now we are moving into the confusion matrix. The confusion matrix is a table that is often used to describe the performance of a classification model, whether that is correct and incorrect prediction or a test data set. For that, we are importing a popular tool called itertools. In creating a confusion matrix function, we are We are plotting the confusion matrix. Here we have shown the output of a normalized confusion matrix. Normalization is generally shown as the output from 0 to 1. Using matrix, echelon matrix, we are importing the confusion matrix. Using that, we are predicting and plotting the data set. Now we are using those models for running, jogging, and walking. These are the implementations in the back end of the recognition, human activity recognition. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful.